Hello everyone, I'm Ronn Grant coming to you live and direct from Tortola in the Virgin Islands. You're watching 284 Media. Thank you so much for your time. A happy Saturday is wished to each and every one of you. On Monday, July 3rd, the Virgin Islands, its residents and friends will be observing and celebrating Virgin Islands Day. What exactly does that mean? Today, I'm joined by the Junior Minister for Agriculture and Fisheries and representative for the 1st District, Dr. the Honorable Karl Dawson, along with Miss Melisa Potter, who is one of the organizers of the day's events. We're talking all things Virgin Islands Day and why we have chosen and are celebrating Virgin Islands Day. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
When you're in need of air conditioning, installation, repairs, or replacement services, Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration has the professional technicians, equipment, parts, and ACs to get the job done right. Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration carries top brands like Daikin, Aircon, Mitsubishi, and more. We're open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located in Fish Bay. Telephone 340-4114 or 343-9511. Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration, providing exceptional services to the British Virgin Islands since 2015.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, son.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut fun topic.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you? You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Welcome back everyone, and as promised, I am joined by Dr. the Honorable Karl Dawson, our Junior Minister for Agriculture and Fisheries, who's also the 1st District Representative, and the lovely Miss Melisa Potter, who's one of the organizers of the Virgin Islands Days events. Welcome back to the studios. It's always good to see both of you.
Thank you very much, Ron. Happy to be here.
Absolutely. Now, as I mentioned, on Monday, July 3rd, residents, friends of the Virgin Islands will be celebrating Virgin Islands Day. Dr. Dawson, I want to begin with you. Tell us about the reason behind, of course, some background on Virgin Islands Day and why we're now celebrating it.
Virgin Islands Day is one of the newer holidays celebrated in the Virgin Islands, actually introduced by the current Premier, Dr. Whitley, when he was Minister of Education and Culture. So there were some holidays on our books that did not seem to have as much significance for us, while there were other things that we thought needed to be celebrated. So we included a holiday for heroes and forefathers, one for the Great March from 1949, and also Virgin Islands Day. This day was, in fact, before Territory Day, which in itself had its own significance, though not as well known. So Virgin Islands Day is celebrating things Virgin Islands. It's celebrating our identity, our significance, our contributions, both here locally and abroad. So it takes in a range of activities, a range of focus areas that we use in order to draw attention to the Virgin Islands and really to build national pride.
Wonderful. And speaking of national pride, Ms. Potter, on that day, we're going to have a number of activities throughout the day that are really going to do just that, signify and celebrate a Virgin Islands history and heritage. Tell us about the lineup and what the day is going to look like.
Ron, I'm so glad to be here, and I'm so excited.
Indeed.
I hope that my energy can spread to the community, that they would want to come out and enjoy a beautiful, fun-filled day. Now I'll say it this way. You're hearing about the non-stop concert. I call it the non-stop concert run.
Okay.
You're hearing about the polka run. And now we have the culture and Fisher Folks run. What about that? A true Virgin Islands Day celebration. And now we have a beautiful lineup that we're going to display a whole lot of different things that will come out. And we're going to start with a praise party.
Okay.
You know, we love to praise and have fun, enjoy ourselves. So we're going to start with a praise party with Brenton Oniki, and then we're going to go into the Virgin Islands has always been known as a Christian community, quote unquote.
Yes, I love the quotation.
Yes, of course, because many things could happen, but it's been known to be called a Christian community. So right after the praise party, 9:30 to about 10, then we'll go into a sermonette with two guests, Pastor Javon Klein, we all know locally, and then our guest speaker is Alice James Lemon, a sister of the soil. She's a Christopher by heritage, very aware of the Virgin Islands. And they're both going to give us a nice sermonette, something for us to enjoy. It won't be too long, it won't be too dragged out. And then we're going to go into an official government ceremony, opening ceremony, where I think we're going to mention some things about the cultural heritage and backup.
Yes, and certainly one of the things that we will focus on is each year we'll do different areas of focus, but this year we will focus on 5 significant events that, in a sense, change the trajectory of the Virgin Islands. I will not release those today, but just to say that our researcher, Dr. Angel Smith, one of our primary historians, will be organizing that information to be presented on Virgin Islands Day. So for some, I'm sure it will be something that they may have heard of before, but for many, I'm sure that the facts that will be presented that day will be an eye-opener.
Understood.
Yes, and continuing on, of course, I myself will be learning.
Of course, I think we all are.
I was about to say, as we always go, we learn as we go. So then after following that ceremony, we're going to have a pause where we're going to have some demonstrations. I think we're going to have actually, this is called a scrap roll.
Okay.
With me, Ms. Daria Letso made it. I'm going to be doing something special with it, and that day I'm going to create an attire.
Understood.
An attire that's unusual, but it's going to represent the Virgin Islands. I'm going to act as the mannequin.
Interesting.
Of Virgin Islands long ago.
Understood.
And it's going to have this shag rug along with some other patchwork, and I'm going to display that. And then so we're going to have that shag rug demonstration, and we're also going to have the tire plaiting demonstration. We're going to have, I think, Mr. Forbes is going to do a kiliwang. You've heard of the kiliwang.
I have to learn that because I'm not familiar with that.
You seem to be putting a G on the end, and I think it ends with an N.
Okay, kilivan.
As far as I could recall it.
And Doc, please enlighten me on what that is.
So a kilivan is a sort of a trap made out of wood. It almost kind of resembles like an igloo, but not as round. But it's with wood and there's slats in between. But it catches birds.
Understood.
So the bird wanders in and it triggers off if they touch something, and then you catch the bird.
Gotcha.
Okay. And then so that's something exciting. I myself want to learn how to do it because I think we need to start catching some birds. I can't do anything with them because I don't eat meat. So all I can do is let them go. But I think it would be fun. Then we're also going to have dumb bread demonstration and fish soup demonstration. So we're going to have a lot of local foods as well. So when people come out, those of us who have not tasted a good Virgin Islands dish in a long time, that's the day. The Virgin Islands Day is the day to come and taste real savory Virgin Islands dishes. And then my favorite part, the games competition.
Okay.
Now people think this is elementary, but I think it's important. Lime and spoon competition.
Well, persons of all ages should be able to enjoy a good game.
I'm telling you.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely.
There you hear it. Come and enjoy it. The 3-legged race competition. And then we have something called the kata.
Okay.
The kata was what they used to use long ago. and put on their heads when they were carrying heavy loads. So we're going to have a cutter bundle race. Then we're going to go into a human wheelbarrow.
Okay.
That's something someone else suggested. I know Doc and I had our differences on that, but we're going to keep it there. Then I think Bria Smith is going to help us with a scavenger hunt. And then we're going to go into like a triathlon with hopefully kayak or boat race, a swimming competition, a relay race around Little Bay, and then limbo dancing. Who can go low? Who can go the lowest?
I'm happy that you mentioned Little Bay because all of this, correct me if I'm wrong, is going to be taking place at Beef Island Beach.
Yes.
Awesome.
The main beach and the main entrance.
Okay.
And then we're going to be veering a little bit to the right.
Understood.
We're going to be more on the right side.
Okay, so everything on that day happens at Beef Island.
Everything
All right.
happens at Beef Island. So we're going to have a marvelous day at Beef Island with a lot of wonderful activities. And I'll just run through real quick, tug of war,
Sure.
marble throw. And then after that, we're going to also have something called a soldier crab race. We're looking for some soldier crabs. So anyone who have some soldier crabs in their backyard and you can share them with us, we'll appreciate it. And then, fisheries, fishing. What we started actually Lines In starts at 4 a.m. for the fishermen, for the fisher folks. And then Lines Out stops at 3 o'clock. And 4 p.m. sharp, the weighing station will open and the fishermen will come in with their catch. And then we'll have the weighing and then the ceremony for the winners. So we'll have prizes and Doc will go into the prizes.
Of course, Doc, as Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries, tell us about the fishing tournament as well as the prizes.
Yeah. So as we mentioned, July 1st used to be celebrated as Territory Day. And it also had significance for fishing because internationally it is a day when there is focus on fishing. So again, as we were now starting to celebrate Virgin Islands Day, we thought it would be a good time to bring back that fishing tournament. Previously, you would say it was the Fisherman's Day was actually called on that day. So we're bringing back the fishing tournament in collaboration with the BVI Fishermen's Association. And the idea is, again, to try to revive the spirit in the fishing. We realize that for this run, we may not get a whole large number of fishers. We get as many as we could.
Okay.
But we want to get to signal to people that the government, the territory as a whole, we're very serious about fishing. We're very serious about supporting our fishermen. And so we're hoping that we'll get a good turnout and some good fishing, trusting God for good weather allows us to get out there. So the prizes, there are going to be two categories of fishers out there. There will be those who are in the trolling division and those in the reef fish. The trolling would be the larger pelagic fish. And in fact, our focus fish this year, the focus species is wahoo.
Okay.
So there is going to be a $1,000 prize for the heaviest wahoo. And then there will be a $1,000 prize for the heaviest overall catch of pelagic fish. There'll be a second prize of $500 and a third prize of $300. We also have in the trolling division prize of $300 for the best female angler and a prize of $300 for the best junior angler. On the reef side, we're going to have, and they of course tend not to go out as far. So their first prize will be $700 for the top reef fisher, $400 for the second heaviest catch, $200 for the third heaviest catch. So those are the lineup of prizes as far as the fishing tournament is concerned.
And of course, promoting and really supporting the fisheries aspect across the Virgin Islands, which is of paramount importance to us.
Exactly. And I should mention, most importantly, that the fishing tournament is being named after one of the well-known fishermen in the eastern area, now passed on, Mr. Obel Penn.
Okay.
Those people in that area will know him as Sweet 16. He lived to a ripe old age, but he was always sharp, always looking fresh and young.
Indeed.
They call him Sweet 16.
And he was the grandfather of the Honorable Minister for the 8th District. Am I correct?
Correct, very correct. And I was chatting with the minister just this week, and he pointed out, made sure that I knew that, which I knew.
Yes.
But he also pointed out that he intends himself to go out on a fishing boat for the tournament, to take part in the tournament.
So we have some of our legislators
we'll see
participating.
how well he does.
Wonderful.
Well, Ron, I plan to be on the reef, on the rocks. Hopefully I'll catch a fish or two in their way and way sometime and get a prize.
Either on the rocks or in the kitchen.
I'll be on the rocks.
All right.
I'll send it to the kitchen and have it well
prepared.
fried or well grilled for me to have.
Wonderful. Well, I want to commend you both, of course, and your committee members, the larger committee, for putting on this celebration of Virgin Islands culture and history and heritage. I have to ask you, though, I'm going to start with you, Dr. Dawson. What are you most proud of? And the same question is for you, Melisa. What are you most proud of in being a Virgin Islander?
Wow, that's a very good question, Ron. I think that when I think of being a Virgin Islander, I think that there is, in my view, a sense of traditionally neighborliness, willing to help the others, willing to put country above self. At least that's what I think of when I think of the Virgin Islands. And really always, as the old people say, you're always trying your hand at something, right? So you're not willing to stay still. You're willing to see, well, I could try to see if I could move forward in this arena. If not, then I'll try something else, and I try something else.
Essentially, the spirit of resilience that we've always talked about.
Resilience, and pursuit, really, even, that you're always trying to move on to something else.
Amazing. And Melisa, what would you say you're most proud of in being a Virgin Islander?
Well, exactly that I was about to say. Actually, I, as a Virgin Islander, am proud to carry on my foreparents' legacy, the legacy of the forefathers of the British Virgin Islands in terms of resilience, actually. Their spirit, their independent spirit, their entrepreneurial spirit, their spirit to grow and develop, even when there are times when they're being told that they cannot, or they will not, or they have not, but they were able to overcome. So as a Virgin Islander, I'm proud to be one of the overcomers that carry the torch for my foreparents.
Wonderful. And if you could choose a favorite Virgin Islands cuisine, what would it be? Same question for you, Dr. Dawson. What is one of your favorite Virgin Islands cuisine?
All. However, I do have an affinity, of course, I only eat fish. I'm vegetarian, so it'd be fried fish, Johnny cake, or I have to add this in Creole fish. I go down to Seacals Bay all the time just for their Creole fish.
So you'll take the Creole, you'll take the fish in red sauce over mayonnaise sauce.
Oh, yeah, I love that one too. I had that one 2 days ago.
All right, and Dr. Dawson,
to have one.
What about you?
I have three.
I would probably say conch and conch dishes, whether it is
it's a favorite of mine as well.
Conch chowder, conch soup, stewed conch, cracked conch. I'm not sounding like Forrest Gump here. Conch consider shrimp, right?
Indeed.
But conch done in a number of ways.
If you get a good cracked conch, you're good.
Yeah.
All right.
And I mean, we don't do conch salad where it's kind of prepared raw as much, but I went to school in the Bahamas. That's very popular there, and I love that as well.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And my final question regarding Virgin Islands history and culture and food. Your favorite drink. It could be alcoholic or non-alcoholic drink. We have a lot of beverages that are signature to the Virgin Islands. If you could pick one, what would it be?
I'm going to jump in there. I'm picking Marby.
That's a good choice.
The flavor of all of this.
That's a good choice.
That would be my choice as well.
Wonderful.
A good Marby.
Excellent.
And it's different here. I've drank Marby across the Caribbean, and I would say that what I found here, maybe what I found in Anguilla, those are very close. What I've seen, I've drank in St. Lucia, Barbados, and so on, has a different flavor to it.
I agree with you. It does carry a different flavor across the Caribbean, and I don't know if it's because I was born and raised here, but I absolutely undeniably prefer the Virgin Islands way of Marby.
Same.
Indeed. Now, before we go, I have to give you guys both a closing opportunity. Of course, there's going to be a day of celebration on July 3rd. Speak to the general public, both of you, beginning with you, Dr. Dawson, and just encouraging them to come out.
Yeah, so I would really invite the general public, old, young. That is going to be a wonderful day for family, a wonderful day of a variety of activities that celebrates our heritage and gives thanks to God and also celebrate our fishing sector. I would also like to say that, the work of Honorable Lucia Hart-Smith, who couldn't be here today, Dr. Alison Flax Archer, and others who have worked hard to make this day possible. So I really would invite the entire public to come out. It's an entire day. You can find the schedule online, and you can choose whether you spend the entire day, which would be great, but you can also look at the time slots and determine which part of the day you will spend with us at Beef Island, beginning at 9:30 on Monday morning.
And Ron, I'm glad to have the opportunity to tell the public, please do come out. Dr. Dawson is saying you can pick a moment and time when you want. I'm saying come and spend the whole entire day with a lot of fun, food, and fun. Come and enjoy something culturally experiencing that you would have never experienced before. Trust me. Come and enjoy yourself. And if you're not having a good time, look for me. The lady with the scrap rug. I'll be somewhere with my scrap rug display. Find me and tell me you're not having a good time. That'll change your mind. Thank you, and I hope to see you there.
Indeed, I want to thank you both once again, and I will see you and my fellow residents at Beef Island on Monday.
Excellent.
Enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have. I'll see you at Beef Island as we celebrate and commemorate Virgin Islands Day 2023. I'm Ronn Grant. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Bye-bye.